People. Que pasa, sac passe, what they do. Now people, there's a thing called when will they learn, and I am speaking specifically about a person, and his name is Tesha Miller, and he is the leader of the gang. We are talking about the Spanish Town gang. We are talking about one order. Now people, if we know the history of this man, him getting in trouble in America, him getting in trouble in Bahamas, he got deported from America, he got deported from Bahamas, and he is back in Jamaica once again doing the same damn thing. So people, in this latest thing, we see that he is back in court and he is charged for accessory before the fact of a slap away. And he is also charged for accessory after the fact of a slap away. I am speaking about the 2008 slap away of a JUTC managing director. I am speaking about Mr. Douglas Chambers. Now people, like me say, the trial started yesterday and the main witness, he is up there and he is making damning allegations against Mr. Tesha Miller. People, it don't look good. And people, based on this trial and based on the testimony and based on the evidence, I am speaking about all the damning allegations. It seems like the 300th time is the charm, and it seems like Mr. Tesha Miller, he will be gone till November. People, it seems like he will be going to the big yard where he actually belongs. So anyways, like I said, this key witness, and people, when me talk about key witness, me I talk about lock and key witness, because he was also a part of the Klansman gang. And people, he said that he was there, he was on the spot when the slap away took place. Me I talk about the slap away of the JUTC managing director. Me I talk about Mr. Douglas Chambers. So based on the testimony of this key witness, he said that he was sent on the scene of the crime by Mr. Tesha Miller, and he even gave more details. He said that him and some other members from the GANG was summoned to a meeting by Mr. Tesha Miller, and they planned out everything. It was a conspiracy to slap away, point blank and period. And people, this man was talking in court like a parrot. He was snitching, he was spilling the beans, he was doing everything rete and lele. And based on his testimony to the court, he said that Mr. Miller told him that he was going to send Andrew Bryan to slap away Mr. Chambers at the JUTC depot. So people, we are talking about some very damning allegation. People, it does not look good. If the prosecution lose a one, people, them want some BEATING. And people, when me talk about key witness, I am speaking about a person that is a friend of Tesha Miller. I am speaking about a person that is also now serving some time for some slap away in the past. So people, like we see, when them talk about Jamaica have a no snitch policy, people, it is a lie. We see that the place is changing. We see that Jamaica is getting Americanized. So the moral of the story is this: we see that person we are speaking about, XCRIMINALS. They are now trying to save themselves. They are now trying to come back out. They are now trying to get a deal from the prosecution. So therefore, they must sell out all of these gang leaders, point blank and period. So anyway, people, that is my views as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Now people, before I move to the next part of my video, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. One word, Jamaica Dancehall Source. Now the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that the two taxi drivers that was responsible for that incident on Eastwood Park Avenue R Road. I am speaking about the incident in which two pedestrians basically get lit down by some careless taximan. So I am speaking about the two persons that they say are responsible for the incident, and I am speaking about Mr. George Malcolm, and he was offered 300,000 bail at the court yesterday. And just to give you some information, Mr. George Malcolm was the person that was responsible for the taxi, and he basically handed over the key to the next person, and this person's name is Chad Ingram. So anyways, Mr. George Malcolm is to return to court on January 15, 2020. And we saw that he pled not guilty to all charges. So people, he is claiming that he is innocent. What will happen in the end? People, let me know what you think in the comment section. Now, as it pertains to Mr. Chad Ingram, his driver's license was suspended for 3 years. People, 3 years. When you think about what happened, it should have been suspended indefinitely, point blank and period. And people, based on the severity of what happened or what transpired or what took place on Eastwood Avenue, when you hear these charges that he got or these fines that he got, your jaw is going to drop to the ground. He was fined $42,000 or 6 months. People, you hear that? $42,000 or 6 months for lick down 2 people. People, that makes absolutely no sense. And the next fine, he was fined $20,000 or 3 months of imprisonment for dangerous driving. People, again, that is just a slap on the wrist. On the next charge, he was charged $10,000 or 14 days of big yard for not reporting an ACCIDENT. People, a next slap on the wrist. On the next charge, he was charged $10,000 or 14 days in the big yard for operating contrary to his driver's license. People, a next slap on the wrist. And last but not least, he was charged $2,000 or 2 days in the big yard for not having public passenger insurance. Now, people, when you think about the situation in Jamaica and you think about these taximen and these minibus driver and how them drive reckless on the road and how many people's life they have caused, we have to wonder if the court system, we have to wonder if these persons that are making decisions, we are speaking about these judges or these authorities, if they are thinking about the safety of the persons or the citizens of Jamaica, or are they just in the court, inside the court to hide and a smoke crack? Because based on all these charges, based on all these fines, we see that the crime did not fit the punishment, point blank and period. So anyway, people, like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. And last but not least, what is popping in the news is that we saw that the woman that was CHARGED for juking up the reggae girls, we are speaking about Tarina Plum Clark. She was remanded in court yesterday. So anyways, people, this person we are speaking about, 20-year-old Rochelle Foster, she will remain in custody until December 9th when the case is called up once again. So people, we see that the wheels of justice are turning. I don't know what is going to happen. I don't know the outcome, but we have to just keep our fingers crossed, hope for the best and expect the worst. So anyways, people, that is my views as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Now, people, remember that I said in an earlier review, one of the 2 taximen that were implicated in the Eastwood Park thing, the Eastwood Park ACCIDENT, he pled guilty, and people, he got a total of $82,000 fine. We are talking about less than $750 US. So the moral of the story is that in that case and our next case in Jamaica, based on what is going on in Jamaica, we saw that the punishment did not fit the crime. So anyways, just to transition into the next part of my video, and this is important information. The Road Safety Council, they released some figures and they are saying up to this date in November, we are talking about less than in the middle of November, over 365 persons get slapped away upon the road. So people may talk about some serious ACCIDENT. And people, remember, so the year not done yet. We're still in a November, we still have December. So my point is this, as it pertains to the lawmakers and these judges in these courts. When you give somebody $84,000 fine, less than $1,000 US for a serious ACCIDENT, you are just encouraging the other people because they feel like they can do just about anything and get away with it, point blank and period. And according to the information, it is said that 90% of those persons that lost their life on the road are male. So people, we are talking about some hothead, we are talking about some shutter driver, we are talking about some hot foot, we are talking about some lead foot driver. And people, we must always remember why it is called an accident and a mistake, because it was not deliberate, it was not planned. But sometimes everything don't go according to plan. That is why they say the devil always find work for idler. So people, let this be a warning, take heed, because remember, some of those 365 persons, they were also laughing and skinning them grin whenever they were riding with some shutter driver. Me I talk about minibus man, and I am also speaking about some cab driver. And people, where are they now? RIP, gone too soon, point blank and period. So anyway, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.